Here we will learn about the properties of the multiplication of integers. The properties we have basically learned in the addition and the subtraction part. The same properties will apply over here, but over here we will learn about the multiplication of that integers. Now first is the closure under multiplication. It means what? When we are multiplying the two integers, the answer we will get will be the integer itself. If the answer we will get is the integer itself, then we can say that integers are closed under multiplication. For example, if we are multiplying minus 10 into minus 3, the answer will be 30. 30 is the integer. If you are multiplying 12 into minus 4, the answer is minus 48. It is also an integer. Second is the commutative of multiplication. Over here we will go for the change in the order of the integers. It means if the numbers are p and q, so you will multiply q into p, the answer will remain same. For example, if it is given 20 into minus 30, the answer is minus 600. If minus 30 into 20 is given, then also the answer will remain same, that is minus 600. So at the end there is no difference in the answer if you are changing the order of the number. Third is the multiplication by 0. We all know very well that when you are multiplying any number with 0, the answer will be the 0 itself. For example, 0 into minus 15, the answer is 0. Fourth is the multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity, it means what? You have to multiply the integer in such a way that you will get the same integer itself. For that we have to always go for the multiplication with number 1. If 1 into minus 15 is there, you will get the same answer, that is minus 15. Not negative 1, you have to go for the multiplication with only positive 1. Fifth one is the associative property. It means there is a grouping of numbers, and this grouping we have to change, and we have to see whether the answer which we are getting is the same or not. If the example is given 2 into 3 into 4 or 2 into 3 into 4, what they have done, they have just changed the groups. Over here in the first example it was a group of 3 into 4, while in the second part it is the group of 2 into 3, but the answer you will get will be the same, that is the 24. So we can say that associative property works very well in the multiplication also. Sixth property is the distributive property. Now distribution means what? One thing is given to you, and that thing you have to distribute in each and every part, and that each and every part should have the equal distribution. For example, if a into b plus c is the quotient, so what you will go for? You will do first a with the b and then b with the c, that is a into b plus, because here plus sign is given, so you will put the plus sign over here also, and then a into c. For example, 35 into 10 plus 2. Okay, so you will first multiply 10 with 35 with 10, and then you have to multiply 35 with 2, and then if the in between the numbers it is addition is given, you have to put the plus sign and you have to get the answer. If you have to do the distributive property with the subtraction, then again the same situation lies. A into b minus c, it means a into b, but over here the sign of negative has come because here the negative sign was there. So negative a into c. Example is given 5 into 3 minus 8. So you have to first do 3 minus 8, the answer will be minus 5. The answer you will get 5 into minus 5 is minus 25. Or you will do 5 into 3 first, minus 5 into 8. 5 into 3 is 15, 5 into 8 is 40, 15 minus 40 is 25. Likewise, you can solve all the sums with the help of distributive property. So here we have completed the properties of the multiplication. Now in the next part we will have the explanation of exercise 1.